I'm at Narran Lake near Brewarrina in northern New South Wales, northwest New South Wales rather. And we're going to head down to waypoint 4, which is an airstrip, and then to Coolabah Station, which sounds nice. So yeah, let's fly around the lake, find this airstrip. The Coolabah tree, featured in the famous Australian poem Once a Jolly Swagman. Camped by the billabong, under the shade of a Coolabah tree. And so it goes. Just enjoying the colours here. Awesome. How far? 5 miles to the airport, so just meander down the edge of the lake for a bit longer. Gorgeous colours there. Right, let's start looking for the airstrip. What does it say? 3 miles more. Okay. Let's get some power in there. Pull the collective up. Just reset the trim. There you go, a couple of clicks forward. A little bit of left pedal. Watch the speed doesn't get too high. 90 odd knots at the moment. So yeah, the first 3 legs, the first 2 legs, we're about 1, 2, 3, 3. Pretty plain. So they're not all Mona Lisas, but this one certainly great colours and contrast. Now look at that. That is exceptional. From cool greens and blues to the warm red ochres. Beautiful. Right, now the airstrip I think is just kind of in this corner of the lake. Just over yonder, I reckon. Let's mosey on and have a look. Once again, watch the speed. Yeah, well, I'm getting way too fast there. Right. Could even be this red. Is it? There's a red strip here. I don't recall that. We're close. We're 0.9 miles away. Okay, I can't see a thing here that resembles an airstrip. But I did survey it pretty carefully. I think that might be it there. push on a bit further. Still half a mile away. I reckon it's here. Oh, it's here. Yep. Yep. I was going to say that looked a bit dodgy. The trees in the middle of it. This is it. Yeah, with the facilities down there, maybe. Let's have a look. That's it. Yeah. Well, we'll land here and have a poke around. Okay. Alright, let's get our composure together. Let's reset that trim. There's nobody here now, that's for sure. Anyway, I want to touch down at every waypoint here, so I should do so. Get right to the end of it. Just before that road, I think.
Yankee Whiskey Lima Golf Traffic Beechcraft Victor Hotel Zulu Victor Echo 1 mile north 600 feet inbound to land runway 23.
Okay, we're down. Whew. That's the first radio action we've heard on this trip. Alright. Well, I hope they're not landing here. Should be right. Righto. I'll just look at the map and then head down to waypoint 5. I'm in the bell 407 at Brewarrina in New South Wales far west, and looking for the wild gooseberries. So let's get on the road. Put in some left pedal. Get ready to pull back on the stick. No, push forward on the stick. Addict Collective, and up we go. Right, better keep the left foot on that pedal or I'll be going backwards. There we go, have to get some trim in, forward trim, a couple of clicks. We're good. So typical outback terrain, flat as a billiard table. And we're looking at the inland sea. 63 million years too late. Okie doke, we're on the way. So it used to be a big port, believe it or not. Not 63 million years ago, only about 100 years ago. And the riverboats would take wool from here all the way down to Adelaide in South Australia. Hard to imagine now. Let's follow the road into town. Staying away from the power lines over there. Really catching a light today, that's cool. And what have we got here? Unbelievable, we got, what do you call them? Oh, I thought they were hang gliders. No, they're flying cars, that's alright. Right, makes more sense. Harry Potter conventions in town, I think. Now watch out for these power lines, yeah, will look good. So yeah, this is the river that riverboats travel thousands of miles with produce down to the southern coast of Australia. Amazing. Right, so we've got 4 miles to the first waypoint, which is intersection of Gooseberry Road and the Kamilaroi Highway. There's Brewarrina. We'll come back and have a look around at the end of the flight. Right, this is the road we're following, across the river. Gooseberry Road. Watch the power lines once again. Add a bit of power there. Right. Past the ponds. Bit of traffic on the road today. As you can see, super flat terrain. And very dry. .6 miles to go. Bit of a race going on there. There's the river slightly north of us. So we're heading, where's my compass? Yeah, we're heading northeast. Doing about 90 knots roughly. Sitting on about 200 feet above the ground. I'm going to reset my altimeter because it says 600 feet. It's above sea level, which ain't much use to us out here. So this intersection, I believe, is at the bridge, or near the bridge. Just checking here, it's waypoint 1. Yep, that's it. Waypoint 1. Ah, yes, it's coming up. So the Kamilaroi Highway, it goes off to the right there. We're going to continue up more northerly direction. Yep, there's their intersection. We're going up this way. Very smooth. What's the temperature? It's pretty warm out here today. It is, yeah, 31 degrees Celsius. It's nearing 100 Fahrenheit. I seem to remember. Right, so waypoint 2 is intersection of Gooseberry Road and Narran Lake Road. Right, then we're going to turn right, follow Narran Lake Road northeast to Narran Lake for 10 miles to Narran Lake. Yep. Yeah, very flat. Good place to practice low-level stuff in a jet, I think. There's not many things to hit. I'm going to climb a bit here. I think I can see the intersection. It's 0.7 miles. Where is it? 0.6. It's got to be right. It's near that reservoir there. Yes. So that's a good landmark. Cool. Righto, let's press on. So turning right, following Narran Lake Road. A bit more collective, and let's climb a bit. Incredible expanses out here. It's quite a stretch, this one. It's 20 miles, so yeah, 18 miles to go. Well, let's press on. Keep climbing. I'm going through 500 feet. What's the time? It's 9:44 a.m. Let's go to the skid camera. If I pan around to the south, let's go to the left skid. Yeah, it's all pretty flat. So we've got the river coming across to join the lake. I'd say that'd be the lake. Would that be it? It's hard to see. Could be mirage. Let's keep climbing, coming up to 800 odd feet. $900. Right, here's a dried up watering hole for the stock. Now, is that the lake we're seeing up ahead, or is it just, or is it not? I think it is. No, we've got quite a ways to go. And Narran Lake is actually off to the right of the waypoint. So it's an intersection with a road which leads southeast past the lake. That's what we're looking for. And it's still 14 miles out, so it's an intersection just like this one. Anyway, it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the meaning of life. Isolation, little house down there, little house on the prairie. So that might be a lake at certain times of the year on the left there. Just watch our speed, we're getting a little bit fast. I'll convert that to altitude. Oop, there's another water hole. Let's go back to the right cam. Keep climbing. See if I can spot the lake. Now we're reaching almost 1,000 feet. 11 miles to go. So we should see it about 1 o'clock eventually. Gives you an appreciation for the size of the planet, that's for sure. So this is definitely an I follow roads flight up to now. We do follow a river later in the flight. The water hole to the right. It gives you a good snapshot of what, because there's a lot of livestock which is nurtured out here, and it's a pretty tough environment. You can see where they come to get water. Like there. Right, let's try to get that altitude happening. Keep coming back to my 500 feet. And we are 8 miles. Right, we can start to see the lake now. Climbing, yep, getting back to 1,000 feet. I want to get to 1,500. Just tapping the trim control, the trim hat. There's another watering area. Back to the right cam. 6 miles to the turnoff. Right, so the lake is coming into view. Oh, let's get this altitude up, come on. Climb. So that'll be waypoint 3. And then it's a long run down the east side of that lake. Past an airstrip. And then on the return southern leg of the trip, it's actually quite different to this. It's very green, lots of irrigation, and river, the Darling River. There we can see the moisture content increasing in the soil now. Alright, we've got to 1,500 feet. Great. Yeah, so we get to see more of the patterns, geometric shapes from up here. It's better than any Jackson Pollock, I'll tell you that. Okay, so 3.6 miles to the turnoff. Right, let's descend a bit. And I'll probably land at that point and make a cuppa, break open the thermos, have a few lamingtons. So throttle right back, let's watch the speed, and let's jump back in the pit. Still sitting on 100 knots at the moment. Come down to 60 knots, but there's no collective. Collective back in, and now come to a sudden hover. Righto. Get my feet back in the game. Cancel all that trim. Right. You get lulled into a sense of complacency when you're cruising along like that. Suddenly we've got to fly again. Okay, now it's coming back to me. There's an intersection there. I think at this next bend is the next one, 1.5 miles. Let's see. The lake's over yonder. Yes, it's hard to see from 200 feet. It's only a couple of miles away. The lake, I mean, is very hard to see at low level. Now this intersection, I believe it's coming up. Yep, okay, there it is. It's kind of a light coloured dirt road. That's it, 0.7 miles. We might as well sit next to the lake. I think it's a bit dry and forbidding out here. And nothing to look at really. Right, so there's waypoint 3. Let's head to the lake. Narran Lake. Oh, we've got some civilization. Now, how far away point for 8 miles? Okay. I'm going to stop here, the north edge of the lake, northern shore. Hi guys, lovely day. Maybe near these trees might be a bit of shade there. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Right, let's see if there's any clearing in there. Doesn't look like it. Okay, just to the south then. There's a kind of a track there too. Yep, around about here I reckon. And we're just about down. Yeah. Whew. Always scares me that last bit. Right, we'll stop here, have a cuppa, a few lamingtons, and then press on. Okay, taking off from Brewarrina, and we're just going to duck down to waypoint 7, Tarian Road Reservoir, and then fly back. It's only about 6 miles away. So a little local hop. Check everything's clear and we'll cross the runway. Yep, let's go. Looking good. A flyover town. And then we're going about 6 miles southeast. 80 knots. Right. Brewarrina, native word meaning the gooseberry. Some traffic out there. A few power lines and follow the road into town. Watch out for the radio masts. Very cool. I'll fly between these two. Why not? Right, now looking for southeast. So around about this way at 6 miles. Let's get a bit of altitude up. There's 500 feet. Go to 1,000. And I'm pretty sure I can see our waypoint from here. Keep climbing there. So we've got these two round irrigated fields right there. And that road next to them, Tarian Road, runs down to the far end of that green field, which is where the waypoint is. So these round fields are good landmarks when you're coming back at the end of the wild gooseberry mission. Come back this way. Good landmarks, but I actually chose to put the waypoint down at where the road bends around, goes past that field. Either way, they're all good. Let's follow the road. Right, so here's the Tarian Road. It's going to start curving back around to the west. I'm pretty sure I got it right. And this is the corner we're looking for. That's where the waypoint is, at this angle, at the corner of this green field. It's like an arrow kind of pointing back to town, so away from town really. Okay, let's head back. Beautiful, beautiful crops here today. Wow. Gorgeous. There's 2 round fields on the right. And yep, there's Brewarrina. So the airport's over yonder. But let's swing back over town again. But it looks like some weather coming in there. Dust storm or rain, not sure. Okay, it's interesting. What's the time? It's 14:44. Wow. This could be interesting. Very clear over here though. Right, here's the playing field. River. Get my bearings. I'll swing around that radio mast and then head back to the airport. Yeah, just watching out for those little towers there. So the airport should be about 12 o'clock-ish, to be exact. Yeah, just enjoying the wide open spaces here. Okay, it's cleared up again. Cool. Gorgeous, delicate sky colours there too. Right, I don't think I'll declare anything. I think I'll just sneak around to the hangars. slip past runway 21. Start to slow up. Get the feet moving. And might land on this old silhouette. If I can. Oops, goosed that one up. Can't get the feet going. That's always the problem. The feet get lazy. Right. That was a touchdown. And there's another one. Right, there we go. Back to Brewarrina. Awesome. Okay, taking off from Moorabbin Airport in near Brewarrina, New South Wales. I'm wondering if it's Australia's Area 51. Probably will never know, I guess. Let me just fix my power supply down here on the map. Yep, that worked. Should plug it in again sometimes, it just kicks in. Righto. Fuel's good, everything's good. Let's put some left pedal in and add collective, off we go. Well, there's a bus. A few planes here. Interesting. Could be like X-Files, maybe they're doing, genetically modified bee experiments out there. Yeah, I reckon that's what's happening. Right, onward to Tarian Lake Reservoir, which is just 6 miles in from Brewarrina. Let's tune to Melbourne Centre again, 128.2. Is it tuned in? Why not? Okay, let's get it tuned in. Oops, 0.2, 128. Mike India Golf 1.
Melbourne Centre MiGMan 007 is type 1 miles west of Yankee Mike India Romeo, 700 feet. Request flight following.
Nope. Turn her up.
Squawk 5765.
3, 4, 5, 7, 6, 5. There we go.
MiGMan 007 radar contact 2 miles west of Yankee Mike India Romeo, 900 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
Mike India Golf copy.
Roger MiGMan 007.
Oh, looks so nice. Beautiful colours. Looks so refreshing down there. Yeah, right, so we've got 20.8 miles. Heading 279. Very smooth here today. What's the temperature out there? 31 C. Pretty warm, but it's very smooth. I did install a as part of my enhanced avionics in a turbulence visualization on my head-up display, or my, sorry, helmet-mounted display. Okay, so there is hot air rising, but it's pretty smooth. Okay. Right, let's get some speed up. What's the time? It's 12:21.
Generic Quebec Victor uniform, descend and maintain 2,400 feet.
So pretty much following the river, which is the Barwon River.
Descend and maintain 2,400 feet. Generic Quebec Victor uniform.
Right, getting the speed up now. Let's get to 1,500 feet and 80 knots. I think that'll be a sweet spot. Getting there, about 1,400 now. That's AGL, there we go, 1,500. Right, let's trim forward. Get that rate of descent flattened out. Cool, speed about 90 knots, that's pretty civilised. Pretty much hands-free now. Yep, don't even need the pedals at the moment. Just fly with trim and collective. Just beautiful response on this Wing Orion trim hat. Audible and tactile click. Fantastic. The Thrustmaster Warthog, it was kind of spongy at the end of the travel of the hat. You know, you reached the end of it, but didn't get a click. You could feel like this one. It's a different style of switches, obviously. Having that tactile feedback really helps. So all the switches now nice and tactile. Combat and takeoff panels were always pretty good, but the new Orion throttle is even another level up. Fantastic. Right, and we've got 14.8 miles. Ooh, we're way off track there, a couple of miles. A mile and a half north of track, let's correct that. Double check the map. Yeah, the river goes quite a way north of the track we want, actually. That's okay. Fuel's still good, yep. I think I started with about half a tank. I've got about a quarter left, I think. 24.7. £100 it says, so it's at 2,500 pounds of fuel. That's a ton of fuel left. Okay, sounds like a lot, but anyway. Uh, 12.9 miles. Heading 272. Let's have a look at our instruments here. Yep, that's pretty close to what we're at. They're really nice set of instruments, I got to say. And I've got actually exact mirrors of them in my Sim Innovations Air Manager powered instrumentation here in front of me. I've got 3 panels that contain everything you can see there. Actually, it's fantastic. And now that I've just announced the partnership with Honeycomb, only today actually, at the Flight Sim Expo in Houston. Wow. If they can get those panels to run without having to set them up in DCS and do the radar displays and all that, I think I'll get back into that ecosystem as well, which I left in about 2005 or before, around that time. And having such a great physical cockpit now in MSFS, I don't want to give it up to even to shoot missiles, but boy, if they can get those working in DCS and reconfigure automatically to the different aircraft, wow. I can see I'll be doing some dogfighting again. Anyway, this is one of Asobo's usual fantastic jobs. I've done these instruments, silky smooth, crystal clear, just amazing. And we've got 9.2 miles. Pretty much back onto the cursed earth terrain. And what are we looking for? Tarian Road Reservoir, 6 nautical miles southeast of Brewarrina. So let's get up to about 1,500 feet. Wrong button, I want to see that. So we can spot the reservoir earlier. Right, so let's get a bit of a climb going on. There it is. There's no radar altimeter on this panel though, so that's because we're at 1,500 feet now, radar altitude. And what's that in barometric? It's about 1,800. No, it's more. Yeah, 1,800. Yep. So there's about 300 foot difference. As I plunge back to Earth, let's get that 200 feet back. Okay, that's better. It's coming back.
Boeing Delta Lima Foxtrot climb and maintain flight level tree 80.
5 miles it says, so we should see them soon. I have wandered off track, of course.
Climb and maintain flight level tree 80 Boeing Delta Lima Foxtrot.
That's better. So 5 miles. I reckon it's those light green patches. Let's get my other new feature, courtesy of WinWing, and my helmet mounted display here. So 2. Is it those two? Yes, it's coming back to me now. Right. It's
Generic Quebec Victor Uniform Airport
let's
is 1 2 miles
turn
at
it
your
out.
10 o'clock.
So Tarian Road runs past these irrigated fields, and so we headed right towards it. There was a toss-up whether to choose those two round irrigated. I know why I didn't, because at the moment they're nice and green, but maybe they're not green all the time. So I thought I'd pick the reservoir next to the road as a safer bet, and we're starting to see the road now. Curves around from those round fields around this way back to the west. So it's that corner there we're aiming for. Yep, I knew that. I knew there was a reason. Right. So I'll set down there momentarily, then fly the last short leg into Brewarrina. So let's start to descend actually. And actually I'll tune to the airport. Oh, I guess I should wait. Yep. I can cancel the flight following though. Yeah. Mike India Golf 2.
Melbourne Centre MiGMan 007 cancel flight following.
Turn her up.
MiGMan 007 Melbourne Centre cancellation received. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved.
7 0 0 0. Yep, good. Done. Alright, let's cancel the trim. Might have been that corner actually. Yes, just behind me. Okay. Or is it? 2 miles. I reckon it was this corner. Anyway, I'll sit down here and consult the map. I reckon it was there. Showing me. Well, let's jump to the next one now. Yep, it's got to be here. Anyway, it's not critical. Let's see if I can set it down. Yep. Yep. There we go. Right. Whew. Right, let's check the map and I'll call the airport and
Beechcraft Juliet Papa Tango contact Brisbane Centre on
return to Brewarrina. Righto, taking off from Coolabah Station, heading to Miralwin Airport. That's what I'm looking for. Off we go. Goodbye to Coolabah. Thanks for the hospitality. And we're going to head along the river to Miralwin Station, Airport, Miralwin Airport. It's a great day for flying. There's a whole palette of colours in that crop. Beautiful. Actually, let's go and use the skid cam for a bit. Why not? And maybe even the it's not a good angle for us, so I'll go back to skid cam. I'm going to move the camera later. I think I'll put it towards the back. Right, so we've got 17.9 miles of winding Brewarrina River. How are we going here? Speed 70 knots, altitude just under 100 feet. Very cool. Got some structures here to buzz. Nice. Gonna jump back in. Oh, getting a little bit right of track, but I've still got a ways to go. I'll check out these buildings and then I'll head a bit more to the south again. Speed's 70 knots, let's crank it up a bit. A couple of taps on the down trim and a bit more collective, and we're 80 knots, good. Right, I'll just veer around these and get back on track. Very cool. So lots of irrigation down here, which I always enjoy checking out. Reminds me of some of the maps in the old Ghost Recon. Crawling across those kind of fields at night on your belly in the dark. At night, of course, being dark. Hours of fun. Still got that in my Steam collection, but it's just not enough time. Not enough time. Just climb a bit so I can see some more detail here. It's a pretty well defined river in that yeah, it's got pretty steep banks compared to a lot that you see, so it can obviously carry a lot more water. Very cool. 13 miles. Oh, somebody down there. How you going, mate? Yeah, very relaxing way to fly. Well, let's keep on track. Right, now we're getting back to the featureless plain. So let's climb a bit. Yeah, pretty much paralleling the river, as I thought. In fact, let's just check the map. Yeah, this airport is right on the river. So, okay, as long as I keep the river on my right, I can't go too far wrong. I do want to climb a bit though. Let's see if we can get up there. That's better. Get the bird's eye view. Oop, just had a warning on my moving map display. It's, yep, not that red light, but it's got a low battery warning, so sometimes it just doesn't charge. I've swapped the power supplies around. It's something to do with the internal. It's in out, just come back, so there's something wrong inside it, but usually unplugging, replugging fixes it, but I'm not going to do it while I'm trying to fly a chopper. But I've got my autopilot, I've got a digital readout anyway, 9.1 miles, bearing 245, so I can use that to find this airport if I need to, and then I'll get under the panel and replug the map. It's good to have backup systems, that's for sure. There we go, that's why. And the scenery looks awesome. So actually this leg, 5 to 6, is a lot of helicopter fun along here because
Beechcraft Lima Hotel Lima contact Melbourne Centre on
she's loud.
128.2.
Let's turn it down.
Good day.
Yeah, you've got all these little homesteads and stations you can pay visit to. Very, very entertaining.
Going to 128.2 Beechcraft Lima Hotel Lima.
It's a new feature. I've got a volume knob now and all the comms. Nice. Thanks to WingWing. 6.5 miles, bearing 247. I think I can start to see it actually. Probably where that building is, about 12 o'clock, I reckon. We can see the sun hitting the side of a building up there. Yeah, I seem to remember it was sitting next to a lot of irrigated fields, which I think we could see at 12 o'clock. Keep climbing to 1,500 feet, get a better look. Fantastic colours here. Let's go skid cam for a moment. Let's go left. Nice. Oh, speed's way too high, way too high. Okay. It's actually got a hard red line on the airspeed here at 140, but it's got a dotted one at 100. So, still safe. I got up to about 115. Yeah, so look at those colours, that is awesome. Take a picture of that actually. Camera. Nice. Right, 3 miles to the airport. Let's get back in the pit. Yep, that's got to be it, just up ahead I think. Let's follow this pond. 90 knots. Let's cancel that trim. .4 miles. Beautiful. Very lush. Wow, great grass textures there. Down to about 50 feet. 1.6 miles out. Bearing 273. 273, so it's going to be slightly left. Anyway, I'll swing past those buildings. So I've pretty much arrived. Is that it? No, that's it. It's got to be this white strip. Yeah, that's got to be it. 0.6, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely it. We've got aircraft here. Very cool. And a windsock. Excellent. We'll go and land next to those hangars, I think. Brewarrina Airport. Yankee... what's M? I can't remember. Indigo Romeo. Yankee something M. Indigo Romeo. Oh, Mike. Should know that from MiGMan. Yankee Mike, India Romeo. Let's call them up. Actually, I'll cancel the... oh, looks like it's been cancelled. Channel 2. Channel 2. Channel 1. Channel 1. Channel 1. At least it's hands free. Channel... oh. Channel 1. Channel 1. I don't care which one actually. Channel 1. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 1.
Yankee Mike India Romeo traffic MiGMan 0071 miles northeast 700 feet inbound to land runway 9er.
1 miles, yeah, okay. Mike India Golf 2.
Yankee Mike India Romeo traffic MiGMan 007 is on final runway 9er to land.
It's hardly worth all that, was it? I've forgotten about this. Well, I probably hadn't looked at it this... well, I know I hadn't looked at it this closely when I was planning the flight. I usually fly around about 1,000 to 1,500 feet. So it definitely did not get down in the weeds. Right, so let's go back to the hangars. Or the fuel bowsers. I'll check the fuel, I guess. Yeah, let's do that. It's a big hangar. Makes you wonder what they fly out of there. This could be like an Area 51 situation, I think. Okay. Right, let's get down there. Well, that last bit's always too fast. Right, relax, get the feet moving. This is very shonky. Let's try again. Very shonky. But not a pretty bad show here for the locals. Okay, this is better, this is better. Yeah, I'll just put it down there, I think. Yeah, nice. Phew-wee. Brewarrina Airport. And mysterious large hangar. Interesting. I'm at Narran Lake near Brewarrina, heading down to Coolabah Station. So let's get going. That's a bit of takeoff. Semblance of control there. Where's the lake? Where's the lake? Over to the east. There it is. Right. West. Other east. Yep. Okay, so we're going to head southeast now down to Coolabah Station, 18 odd miles away. Very good. So Coolabah being atop a tree, as every Australian school kid knows, once a jolly swagman camped by the billabong under the shade of a Coolabah tree from Waltzing Matilda. So that's, what's our speed? 80 knots, yep. Let's climb a bit now, let's add some collective. A couple of clicks forward trim. Torque's going up, it's about 73%. We're climbing. Is the lake back there? Yep. Pretty much on track. Still, we're doing about 90 knots. Doesn't look like it, but we are. Oops, that'll be over torque, I think. Could be over speed warning, actually. Just keep an eye on that. Yep, we're through 2,000 feet. Right, so let's stay about 2,000. That's as high as my radar altimeter goes. So knock the torque back. Retrim. So not quite as dry over here as it was on the approach from the west to Narran Lake. Okay, we're just under 2,000 feet now. We'll stay around here. And let's get the speed up again now. Back to 60 knots. Let's take a month of Sundays to get there at that speed. Take a month of Sundays. We are back at Burke. We want to get to the billabong and sit under the Coolabah tree. So there's a bit of Aussie patois bundled together. People do speak like that down here. Still playing with the trim here. I want to go a bit faster. Let's add some collective. It's about 70 knots. I want to go about 80. And when I said around 1500 feet, which we're close to. Okay, speed's 80, good. Nice, what's the time? Time is 11:31 AM. $80 knots, but I guess we're 1700 feet, that'll do. So yes, very dry part of the world, very flat. Formerly the inland sea. 63 million years ago. That's 63 million years PG, pre-Greta. Haven't seen any livestock on this flight, but that doesn't surprise me because I did fly all over Africa. 4 volumes, 100 flights, and I didn't see one zebra, elephant, nothing. So not too surprised, but that's okay. From what we've heard, in the next version of this, there'll be a lot more creatures running around. So I look forward to that. Right, how are we going? We're 10.8 miles from Coolabah station. That's alright, it's a nice leisurely flight. It gets us time to look at the patterns, so we can see obviously this would be a station here that's been carved out of that patch of forest. You can see the tracks leading in towards the homestead, I guess, or maybe where they do the watering. Watch the speed, watch the speed. Let's do a low pass. Collective down, watch the speed in the dive. Well, it picks up quick. 90 knots. Whoa. We'll do a bit of back and forward here just to not keep the speed down. Okay, that'll be the homestead there amongst those trees, I think. Cool. Carry on. Certainly a relaxing way to get around. A little bit left of track. Watch the speed, watch the speed.
Yankee Whiskey Delta Echo Traffic Generic Victor Hotel. Hotel Kilo Lima taking off runway 23 departure to the west.
Where was that from? Actually, let's talk to the Brisbane Centre. 127.1, I'll just tune that in. 0.1, get that sorted first. There it is, 0.1, 127.1. Are we tuned in? Yes. Mike India Golf 1.
Brisbane Center MiGMan 007 is type 17 miles northeast of Yankee Mike India Romeo 2,100 feet. Request flight following.
MiGMan 007 Brisbane Center. Squawk 3245.
3245, okay. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are.
MiGMan 007 radar contact 18 miles northeast of Yankee Mike India Romeo 2,300 feet. Altimeter 29.902.
Check that. And Mike India Golf copy.
Roger MiGMan 007.
Right, and we're 4.3 miles from Coolabah Station. Now we can see the Darling River heading east to west across our path, and we'll be flying back that way along the river to waypoint 6 and then 7. Yep. Right, so let's start to descend, watching speed, collective right down. And we're 3.2 miles. Now from memory the station was just past the river. I think it's near those irrigated fields over there actually. Let's see. I don't know, maybe not. So I don't think it's this first group of buildings here. What's that road to? Can't remember. Let's try a different map. Yeah, it does have a name, but it's too small for me to read. Got a few options here. Try that map. Still too small. Yeah. Not to worry. It is one of the main highways. Yeah, I can't read it. That's why I brought us down here. Alright, so how far are we now? 2.2 miles. Alright, let's get lower. And it's about 11 o'clock. So not this mob here. What's it called? Coolabah Station on the Barwon River. I thought it was Darling River. My mistake. I think it's straight ahead past the river bend, yep. And it is near a field. Okay. Let's get on over there. Let's go lower. Let's cancel the trim. Hands on, get the feet moving again. 70 knots. Bit of left pedal. There's the river. Very cool. Yep, that looks like a suitable prospect for a cup of tea. Some more lamingtons. We might have Tim Tams. That'd be good. Now where are we going to land? I think near that red marker. I think. Yep, we'll go around the boundary. Okay, let's keep the feet moving. tend to get somewhat immobilised, I find, during a cruise. And you've got to keep it moving when you get slow. Nice. I'm just coming up for lunchtime too. It's quite a steep riverbank. Righto, let's concentrate now. Down to 30 knots. Get that nose around. Concentration. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, pretty close. Cool, so here we go at Coolabah Station.